Hi, this is Julian, civil rights attorney in Chicago. I'm going to react to a video of someone who fought a police officer in the lobby of a police station.
I need to make a complaint so I can get finished today.
What can get finished?
Manifestation bullshit.
Manifestation?
Yes, manifestation bullshit.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
I need to talk to like a chief or something.
The chief only talks to people if they make an appointment. You have to make an appointment with the chief to see him.
You're gonna have to call him or something.
Okay.
Wasting my time. You can call him. My phone's broke.
You know what? Let me call somebody from my...
So it's not really clear what this individual is here for. He says he wants to talk to the chief, and then the officer says he's going to call somebody from IA, which I presume to mean internal affairs. But it's not really clear exactly why he's here or what's going to even lead to him attacking a police officer in the lobby of a police station, which is crazy by itself.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome.
She's not in her office. Yeah, but everybody you need to talk to, that you want to talk to, are, you have to make an appointment to see them. Well, that's the way it's going to be. You can say no all you want.
I'll stand there.
Okay. I have someone who actually needs help. Can you have him? Sir, don't be difficult. Just, there's no one that will talk to you.
Probably will.
No.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about some kind of manifestation. It's that, you know what that tells me?
What?
That you're mental.
You're fucking retarded. Say that shit again.
You're mental.
Come say it to my face.
Okay, all right. See, I didn't know that was going to happen. Everything was going fine, and the officer's right. It appears something's going on with this individual, but I don't know why the officer had to get up to go and what appears to be, I guess, say it to his face. He didn't need to say that. He could have just stepped right there, stayed right there, and just moved on with the situation. But it does appear this individual might be suffering from a mental health crisis. We're going to see. Yeah, I mean, let me just stop right there. Like, the officer didn't need to do all that. I mean, if he had to walk from behind the desk through the garage to walk back into the lobby, perhaps he should have just, not engaged the individual, or perhaps call some backup to have the individual removed from the station.
Say it.
You have to leave now, sir.
Or what?
You have to leave now, sir.
Call someone right the fuck
I'm
now.
not calling anyone.
Yeah,
you have to leave.
Why?
Leave.
Make me leave.
Leave.
All right, so this individual, he looks to be extremely angry and agitated. When the officer gave him an order to leave, he should have left. Don't know if the officer needed to go and confront him right there directly, because he could have given him that order from behind the safety of the desk. But this individual clearly looks extremely agitated, and I can see that this is going to escalate very quickly.
Make me leave.
Make you leave?
Yeah. Make me leave.
Make sure this is on. You have to leave, sir.
It looks like he's waiting for a fight. Like, this individual just wants. He may have come there for a confrontation. He is talking about manifestation. I'm not sure what that means. When I hear that type of language, I typically think something might be going on as well. But it looks like he might be looking for a confrontation with the police.
Make me leave. Say that shit again.
You called me retarded.
Say that shit again.
You're mental.
Oh wow. Let me just say, attacking a police officer in a police station, never a good idea. Never going to end well for you. Not going to end well. Wow. I mean, yeah, that confirms what I thought, which is that he was looking for a fight. And he's in one now. So let's see what happens. Who wins?
Fucking mental, bro. Fuck out. Think I'm playing, bro? Huh? Ain't nobody fucking mental. Fucking.
So from that angle, it looks like he's overpowering the police officer, which is an extremely dangerous situation. It's dangerous for a couple reasons. The officer could pull his weapon out and discharge it right there and shoot him right there and take his life. He could say, I was in fear of my life, imminent. I believe I was going to receive a battery and my life was in imminent danger and I was going to lose my life. I felt he was going to disarm me and take my weapon and potentially harm those who were in the lobby. He could have taken my key card and my weapon and gotten back into the police station and harmed my fellow officers. I mean, this is a highly dangerous situation, which is why this officer probably should not have engaged him directly like that. Probably should have called for some additional assistance before going out there. But this is extremely dangerous. The fact that this individual who is clearly going through some sort of mental health crisis has decided to overpower a police officer in the police station, where his life could be taken. Let's say an officer came from around the corner and saw this. He or she would be justified in immediately taking out their weapon and probably discharging it at this individual. To say, I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was that he was overpowering a police officer in a police station. He could have grabbed his weapon. I had to not only protect myself, but protect that officer and those who were in the lobby. So this is a highly dangerous situation.
Call somebody so I can fucking talk to someone.
Get off me.
Say that shit again. Say that shit again.
Okay, so I'll pause it again. So the officer gave the order for him to get off him, which he did. The young man still wants to talk to somebody, which is even more confirmation to me that he's experiencing a mental health crisis. Then the officer decides to go hands-on again. Probably what it would have been better at that point, considering that he should have known that he can't overpower this young man who's smaller and younger than him, that he probably should have retreated and called for backup so that they can detain this individual and not engage him directly. Because it appears that he cannot win a fight with this individual in hand-to-hand combat, and the only way he will be able to win will be to discharge his weapon at this individual.
We can do this all day.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
And as you just saw right there, the officer went down after the individual struck him again. Let's see if he takes his weapon out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took his weapon out, as you saw. And then the individual immediately went to go take him down again. This is extremely, 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 extremely dangerous. Very dangerous.
Fucking bullshit. Not today. Yeah. Do I hear this shit out here?
Who is it, man?
I have no idea.
Alright, we're just gonna roll him over. Take my gun belt. Get him in. Before I get off of him. Hand me my handcuff.
You're getting press charges on big boy.
Alright. You got a roll on you?
I mean, they should have called some additional officers. I mean, you have two older officers who are coming down to try to, well, one actually older officer who's joining the other older officer who are supposed to take this individual down. It looks like it may have been a civilian there who may have helped out, or maybe a plainclothes officer, I'm not sure. But they need to call for some additional backup. This individual is highly volatile, highly dangerous, and I mean, he could have disarmed that officer. I mean, you saw it in the video. The officer took his weapon out. He immediately went hands on with the officer and went for the weapon. He could have disarmed him. And if he had gotten a hold of that weapon, it could have been a lot more dangerous in a much more lethal situation, not just for himself, but everybody in the entire police station. This is a very dangerous situation.
Stomach, bud.
Roll over, my man. Get the fuck off me, man.
Roll
Nigga. Get off me.
Roll
man.
on your stomach.
How the fuck I'm gonna roll over?
There you go.
Fucking faggots.
Here, give me that.
Yep. I got something for you one day, boy. You did it today. I got something for all of you.
Let's go.
I'm gonna see you again.
Hope so.
Fuck off, bro. I can walk. Yeah. Thank you. It's a whack ass punch. Yeah, okay. Watch. I'm gonna get all your.
What's your first name?
Fuck you. That's what it is. Yeah, grab my nuts. I'm calling the cops on that. It's not how you do this shit. Yeah. You wanna suck my dick while you at it? Huh? You wanna look down there or something?
Are you on?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, stay on. You do first punch, fag. That's why I got you.
He came in wanting to speak to somebody over me,
Don't try and
and then he
talk now.
starts talking about some kind of manifestation happening.
Exactly.
So I told him,
Exactly.
nobody's going to talk to you because you're acting like a mental.
No, I'm
He got
not.
mad because I called him mental.
Exactly.
Alright.
We got him.
We're probably going to need a transport,
Probably
and he
wrong.
does have some mental health.
No, I don't. Alright, bro.
Alright, we're going out the front door. Come
Keep
on.
fucking with me. You gonna fix these handcuffs,
Come on.
right? Alright. You guys are getting sued.
Yeah, see, this officer here thought the same thing everyone thought, which is that this individual is experiencing a mental health crisis, because that is not normal behavior to walk into a police station and engage in a physical confrontation with the officers. It looks like he was just looking for something, looking for a reason to fight somebody, and they're probably going to transport him probably to the hospital for a psychiatric evaluation, or maybe to another secure facility where they can hold him, but probably more likely to a psychiatric facility. Because there's actually some law that says that if you see somebody who is experiencing a mental health crisis, that you need to get them proper help, especially if they're in police custody. So the police could be liable if they take him into lockup, and let's say he harmed somebody in lockup. Well, then the family of that individual could sue the police saying, you knew this individual was experiencing a mental health crisis and you did nothing. You put him in back in the lockup with other individuals after you knew and had reason to believe that he was dangerous because he fought you and he was experiencing a mental health crisis. And that could be a potentially very large lawsuit. So they have to take steps immediately to at least get him treated before they can put him into the general population with those who are in the lockup. And also, let me say this as well, because they know that he's experiencing a mental health crisis, he could potentially harm himself. That could be another reason why somebody could actually sue the police. If you know somebody is experiencing a mental health crisis, he's in your custody, in the police custody, and you don't transport him to get mental and psychiatric help at a medical facility, and then you leave them in the police lockup and they harm themselves, the police could be held liable for that. That could also be a huge lawsuit that could cost the taxpayers lots of money. So there are many reasons why police officers actually need to get people help if they believe they're experiencing a mental health crisis, not only to protect that individual, but also to protect those who are in lockup, and also to make sure that this doesn't end up costing the taxpayers a lot of money because some officer decided that they wanted to punish somebody who acted strangely by keeping them in the lockup. These type of lawsuits happen a lot. I've been involved in a lot of cases like that where somebody has been experiencing a mental health crisis and police officers did not take actions and their conduct was unconstitutional and ended up costing millions of dollars for the taxpayers. So this here was actually a very dangerous situation. It was dangerous on so many levels. It was dangerous for the young man who was clearly experiencing a mental health crisis, who decided to fight the police. It looked like he was itching for a fight with the police. It was dangerous for this officer who clearly was past his prime and should not have been engaged in a physical altercation with someone who was probably 20 or 30 years his junior, a lot more agile, stronger, faster, bigger. And clearly this person overpowered the officer very quickly. The officer tried to take out his weapon and then was overpowered again. That individual could have gotten the officer's weapon, and that could have been dangerous for a lot of people, both for himself and for that officer and other officers who were in that police station. This was a very dangerous situation, dangerous all around. Couple lessons to be learned from this. Number one, don't fight the police. I've always said that. I'm not an advocate of fighting the police at all. No one should be fighting police officers at all, because police officers are trained to win. And in this situation, this individual overpowered the police officer, and had another officer came and saw him being overpowered, they could have discharged their weapon to save that officer who was on the ground, to prevent the individual from getting the officer's weapon, which this individual almost did. I don't know if you recall that, but when the officer pulled out his weapon, this individual tried to go for the weapon, and he actually overpowered the officer. And it looks like he may have had the officer in a almost in a kind of a minor chokehold until other individuals, probably other officers, came to restrain him. But he almost was successful in getting that officer's weapon. So that could have been potentially dangerous. The second takeaway from this is that when an individual is experiencing mental health crisis and they're in police custody, the police have to get them seen by medical personnel before they could be brought back into the lockup, because that could be dangerous for the individual. People have experienced mental health crises and have died in police custody by taking their own life. Sometimes they, don't need to get into details, but people have taken their life in jail lockups during mental health crises. They could injure someone else, and then that could be a lawsuit that the police did not provide adequate medical care to an individual that they knew was experiencing a mental health crisis. So those are the takeaways I have from this. I don't see any constitutional violations on behalf of the police. I didn't see them engaging in any type of misconduct. I'm just glad that this situation turned out well for the officer, that he didn't lose his life, and also for the individual who was experiencing a mental health crisis. It was good to see that this did not end tragically for him, like it has for a lot of people who have experienced mental health crises and who've encountered police officers, and it just doesn't end well for them. So this is not a case that I would take. I don't see any violations here, but there are those takeaways I talked about, which is the duty of police officers when someone is experiencing a mental health crisis, and also just not fighting the police at all. But I didn't see anything here that would warrant me filing a civil rights lawsuit on behalf of this individual at all.